Hello. In this video, we'll be learning how to set up a new GitHub account. Navigate to the page github.com. If this is your first time ever creating a GitHub account, you'll be clicking the Sign Up button. In order to create a GitHub account, please have an email. Once you have created a password, username, and inputted an email, press the Continue button. GitHub may ask you to do a verification puzzle. Afterwards, you will be sent a code to your email address that you used on the sign-up page. Please enter the code. Once you've inputted the code, it will redirect you to the sign-in page to GitHub. You can either use your username or your email address to sign in. Congratulations! You have just created and logged in to your GitHub account. Welcome to the dashboard. On the left, you will find an option to create a repository. A repository is just a collection of your project's files. It also includes the revision history as you push, pull, commit, and do other git commands to a repository. You can also see other repositories that might be popular. On GitHub, you can view public repositories or repositories that you are invited to. Looking at this repository, Orpheus TTS, it's a public repository. It has two branches. Main is the primary branch, while AMU is the secondary branch. GitHub repositories usually have a README. README gives information about the repository that you are currently viewing. Repositories can also give you information about which programming languages are being used. For this repository, it's mainly in Python. However, HTML is also being used. You can also see the contributors. There are 3 contributors. You can also see who has created a pull request. Pull requests are a feature of GitHub, allowing anyone to request for changes to be added, even if they don't have access to the repository. The Issues page is for contributors of this project. Let's go to Jane Doe's Bob's sidebar. You can also see your profile if you click your profile pic. Because this is a new account, there aren't any public repositories yet, or any repositories for that matter. You can also see your repositories in the repository file. Let's create a new repository. First, let's give our repository a name. We'll start with Hello World. The description, this will be a sample repository for the tutorial. You can either choose to make anyone on the internet view a repository or public, or make it only visible to you. We'll choose private for now. You can also start the repository with a README file. A README file, as we discussed before, is a way that you can write a long description for your project. Main will be the default branch for our repo. You can always change the default names in your settings. Once you are satisfied, click Create Repository. You can edit your README file from the GitHub page. Let's change the README file. Here, we will add a new sentence. In order to save your changes, click the button Commit Changes. If you do not want to save your changes, click Cancel Changes. For each commit, a commit message must be written. This is auto-generated. Update README fits well. You can also extend the description, but that is optional. You can choose to commit this change to the main branch, or you can create a new branch for this commit and start a pull request. For right now, let's commit directly to main. Let's hit Commit Changes. We can go back to the repository by hitting the repo name Hello World. Here you see the change that we made, exploring the GitHub page and creating the first repo. Congratulations! You have created and committed your first change to your first ever GitHub repo.